happiness. So happiness itself is something which we must go in search of, because happiness, at least within this form of existence, is ultimately, we must look at it from like layers, like a layer system. Within this reality, within this speed of sound, everything is layered. And the reason why is because essentially this is a school of learning. It's essentially this speed of sound. When we come into the womb, when we come into the physical body, at least within this present moment of time, is ultimately being dictated within a speed of sound. So when we come into this body, we are under the speed of sound, of which is ultimately ruling or dictating this reality. When we come into this body, we are essentially representing the existence of the Creator. We're essentially the existence, or at least part existence, of creation itself. And the other part is the manipulation of the human species. And when I'm referring to the manipulation of the human species, I'm referring to the speed of sound of which has been developed to encapture the human species. Because we must understand, if we truthfully want to move forward within consciousness, is that this existence is a school for us to learn how to overcome certain densities and certain fields of awareness which believe and trying to conquer the true self. And the true self, you could refer to just another speed of sound. It's a speed of sound of divinity. It's a speed of sound of love. So within this reality, when we enter the womb, we're half coming in with love and truth and divinity, and then the other half we're entering the world of you could almost go into enslavement. We're entering the world of negativity. We're entering the world of hatred and anger. And these frequencies of negativity, hatred, anger, enslavement, they're only frequencies. They're perceptual fields. They're essentially awareness. And in this present moment, there's a battle going on between divinity and this. And it's not necessarily a battle, because divinity itself, it doesn't call it a battle. It just it calls it truth. Because in speaking, within this, you could say, exchange of frequency, choice is developed. And we, as the student, are learning choice in this reality. We come into this world with part love and part creation, part divinity, and we're raised in this world which is very much ruled by negative forces, psychotic, narcissistic forces. So we're trying to educate ourselves within a form of moral compass, which is the divinity side of things, which is love and compassion and generosity. But at the same time, these narcissistic forces are trying to convince us to, take and think for ourselves and try and be almost, convince us to become psychotic. And this is where we see all the imbalances take place, is because we're trying to find our way. We see all different types of mental illnesses. We see all types of different psychotic, paranormal, behaviors, because we're going against our own goodwill. And when we go against our own goodwill, we have this crazy energetical shift within, because we're all energy. This is all a frequency-based experience. And it's just awareness which is ultimately, moving through the speeds of sound.